Welcome everyone in another episode of Researcher Celebrity powered by Empowering Science Foundation. Today we have Dr. Sunil Kayesth with us. Dr. Sunil, a brief introduction about him that he has done his bachelor's and master's from Maharishi Dayananda University, Rohtak. Then he moved to get the teaching experience at school at Triveni Memorial School, Bahadurgarh. Following his passion for teaching, he joined Deshbandhu College, where he was teaching at the same time and became the PhD student. So he did his PhD from University of Delhi. With this brief introduction, I would like to welcome Dr. Sunil at the platform. Dr. Sunil.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Raja. It's nice to interact with you, and I am thankful to you that you called me here to interact with the audience and to interact with you. And let me tell you, I feel sorry that you gave so many dates, but we couldn't make it possible. But thank you so much that we are here to interact with you for the today's sessions. So let's begin with the interaction.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome, and it's our pleasure. This is something which we always try to bring to the platform, that different researchers from different fields come together and celebrate their research at this platform, which is powered by Empowering Science Foundation. So let's start the conversation that how and when you decided that you want to be a researcher.
Frankly speaking, Raja, that I did my master's in 2000. And later, after completion of my master's, I joined as a researcher at Department of Biosciences, MDU Rohtak. But due to some reason, personal reason, I couldn't continue because I got married. My wife, she was continuing her research at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, and we both got married. And then I decided that let one person do the research and other should take care the household stuffs. So that's for the reason that I couldn't resume my PhD at that time. But after completion of 6 years of teaching at a school, it was a senior secondary school at Bahadurgarh. I taught over there for 6 years as a PhD biology. And then I joined Deshbandhu College, University of Delhi in 2005, where I taught around 15, 16 years. Right now, I am uh, holding the position of professor in Department of Zoology. And when I joined 2000 in 2005 as an assistant professor, mostly my colleagues all were PhDs, and I had passionate about the research, but the situation and sometimes circumstances becomes that you are not able to get in that. So my senior uh, colleague, my friend and my mentor, today my mentor, he was teacher in charge at that time, and he was passionate about the research. And Dr. Kamal Kumar Gupta, now he is acting principal of Deshbandhu College. And actually, he introduced me how to do research. What is the purpose of doing research, and what is the significant role research can do in one's life? Because I was in teaching, and definitely, if you are in teaching, I would prefer that everyone should have a flavor of this research. So I joined his lab as a researcher in 2011. I got registered in 2012, and then we started work together because I was the first student of his lab, and it was very new experience for me to work in a laboratory because I was a teacher over there as well as I was a research scholar. Thankfully, I got 3 years of study leave, and I could concentrate totally on my research. The main area where I started was in entomology. I worked upon red cotton bug, Districus conigi, Basically, it is a cotton bug, Hemipteran. And our idea behind research was that everywhere we are intoxicating our environment. There are so many challenges. So to find out a solution, because the big problem, big question, how to deal with these insects, which are pests, basically bugs, how to deal with them in a way that we can control them without hampering, without disturbing the ecosystem, without destroying the environment. So that's why we chose certain plants where we can get some molecules, some products from the plants, and these plant products can hamper the different stages of life of the insects. The purpose was not to just kill the insects. The purpose was to just knock down any aspect of the insect's life where we can hamper the life cycle of the insects. So in that way, we started our research at Deshbandhu College. Although we had not a very good infrastructure in our lab, but we could manage, we could found very good, interesting results out of our research work. Thankfully, we could publish around 10 research paper out of my thesis, and that is a big achievement. And lots of other students, they are also following the different aspects of the insect. They are following, they are continuing the area where we have started. So this was the journey, how we started my research at Deshbandhu College, University of Delhi.
It's great. And here I would like to tell all the audience that as Dr. Sunil has said so many things here, but there are things which needs to be focused and emphasized on that recently. Infrastructure cannot be a limitation if you are committed. Okay, doesn't matter you are going to a fancy lab or a university for pursuing your PhD. What matter is your commitment towards it. As Dr. Sunil has rightfully done, that even when he's teaching, the first thing is because he always wanted to be a researcher to pursue his research and PhD, and the circumstances, whenever they were not very favorable, he went to a dormant, as a researcher, he said the dormancy was there. The day the conditions
I
suitable, and then
yeah.
he flourishes. That is one thing which we want to tell all of you who have the researcher in your heart, but just because of circumstances, it can be family, it can be anything, monetary.
Yes.
These are the things which in India we always face, that because of the family responsibilities, people chose to take a different path. But whenever they were stable, they just come back, because this is something which we always say, that once a researcher, always a researcher. Research cannot leave you if you really want to do that. Talking about this, so Dr. Sunil, let's talk about when you mentioned that you supported your wife. Okay, people always say that behind every successful man there is a woman. Here you flipped it and you probed it. How does that help you as a understanding researcher, that when your spouse is also performing research?
Yeah, definitely. It's a big responsibility on to carry the house stuff, then do lots of preparation and work for the children. And one, because that's true. If you are having a family, you have to support. You should support. Okay. And let me tell you one thing, that when she was doing PhD, I was also learning a lot, because whatever she does in her laboratory, we used to discuss a lot. So in that way, I was supporting as well as I was learning a few things. She did her PhD in microbiology, and the situation all over the world. and like India and other developing countries is not very good. She did her PhD in mycobacteriology in tuberculosis, and see your as per your question that yeah, supporting to each other is very important. It doesn't matter, it may be wife, it may be a husband, it may be brother, sister. We should support. In fact, we should support to anyone who is pursuing his or her passion, whether it is about the career, whether it is about the research or something else. So, cooperation, coordination, support is a must, and that should come from every section of the society. If somebody is interested, like if certain some people they may have restraint, monetary restraint, social restraint, then we should come forward to help them, to support them in all the ways. In fact, like I'm teaching at undergrad level. So there are students from remote areas. They have a different kind of restraint. We try to counsel them. We can try to give certain ideas that follow your dreams, your passion. And I have found that students from remote areas, the one who don't have very good, English, spoken English skills, they don't have much technical skills. If you compare them with the urban students, they are not up to that level. But after counseling, I have seen such students from remote areas, rural areas. They, after counseling, they do excellent.
True.
Our students from remote area, rural areas are doing research in Harvard University,
Mm-hmm.
very well reputed university all over the world. So I mean to say, I want to say that it's not a matter that a student must have this much skills, or if a person from urban area will do excellent in his career. If we give a right direction to these student who come from the rural background, they definitely do excellent. So that's my personal observation.
No, absolutely. And this is even a well-known fact. There is a proverb that a good student of a good school is good, but of a good student of a bad school is very good because they have that passion inside them, that thing which the adverse situations, adverse condition cannot limit them. And
Yes,
as a
agree.
mentor, what I can see in you that you are there to support them not only by counseling but giving them all the technical skills what are required, and
Yeah,
so that they can fly wherever, however they want. And I think
yes, guys.
this is what is the importance of a mentor. So speaking of mentorship, you were mentored by Dr. KK Gupta, who you just acknowledged. Now you are mentoring. So speaking for students who are coming from rural background in India or remote areas, we would like to say at this platform that Empowering Science Foundations provides you the opportunities if you want to do an internship at a company or in different research laboratories. We can help you if you want to, bridge those gaps. That's what Empowering Science Foundation believes in, breaking the barrier. And don't feel that you don't have resources. The only thing you should have is that zeal. You want to do something. There are always ways, there are always resources. Just like Dr. Sunil also said, nothing can stop you except yourself. So if you are ready, you will find out one way or the other to do whatever you want to. Dr. Sunil, about the mentorship, how when a person from a rural area or village comes, they have already moved out of their comfort zone coming to Delhi. That itself is a big cultural shock coming from a village to Delhi. Okay. And then there are cases that a very good student of a village, when they come in contact with city students, okay, because of their different social or cultural behaviors, when they feel a bit not belong to their like imposter syndrome, how do you tell them, or what is the methodology which you use on them?
Thank you so much for asking this question. And let me tell you, this is true. This is absolutely true that student who comes from a rural background, they have a bit hesitation how they will cope up with the students of cities. And what would be, if you just see in India, if you must have read this Hindustan Times or Times of India, page 3, where there is a huge courage of University of Delhi, and there is a a type of aura, a type of atmosphere or in the mind of students who come from rural background, that they think that University of Delhi is, I don't they don't know what would be happen. But the first day when they join this Deshbandhu college, and then they come to the college, we generally do counseling. And during that counseling, we give the real picture. What would be the career opportunity? What they have to do? What are the limitations? What are the responsibilities? And what kind of skills they should grab during this 3 or 4 years of duration in college life. So we generally provide all do's and don'ts to those students who come from rural background, and slowly they get to know that, yeah, actual knowledge doesn't mean that they don't have very a good skill in skills, or for example, I have seen a student who comes from Northeast. They are blessed child. They have a very good skill in dissection. Earlier used to be when we had dissection, most of the students have very good hand on dissection, their writing skills, their sports skills, their music and dance. So teaching doesn't mean that if you are good enough in your academia, that will fulfill the requirement of today's present time. You have to be skillful in all the area, because we believe a student must have an overall development, and for that they must be skillful in all the area. So in that way, when they come forward for like we do a lot of practical in BSc, their practical hand is very good. So if a teacher do a mentoring, proper mentoring, then they come out from their nutshell, and then these students, they do wonder. So frankly speaking, I'm not boasting that at Deshbandhu College, we have very good teacher taught interaction, very good teacher taught relation. We treat our student not just like a student, we treat them that they are our family member. We give all opportunity. Deshbandhu College being a very renowned institution nowadays, we got 17th rank in NIRF ranking at college level. So we are at number 17th in India. We got a very good ranking in NAC ranking. We got 3.6665 points. So in that way, we are doing in all the sectors, whether it is academics, research, extracurricular, outreach activities. So we try to give all different platforms where student can improve their skills. So definitely mentoring is very important, and I would suggest if through your this research platform, that every teacher should do mentoring these students who come from rural background. I'm not saying that we should be uh, uh, you know focusing only those students who come rural. We give equal weightage to everyone, but a special care, a special mentoring is required for the students who come from this background, whether they come from tribal area, rural areas, or backward area, scheduled caste, scheduled tribe student. We need to make them comfortable. Yes, you have the capabilities, you have that bent of mind, you can do wonder. We are there to support you. You do, and you will do, and they do.
Absolutely.
So that mentoring, that caring is absolutely required, and that come in the form of that people all over, in from our college, they are doing excellent work all over India. People, they are our student, they are pursuing higher education or research in different part of the world at renowned institutions.
Mentoring and counseling absolutely is very important, and as you clearly emphasized on. So now let's talk about the student when they have a proposal of research. How at Deshbandhu, or what, according to your experience, you have seen the field of research for almost more than 2, 3 decades, how it has evolved and how you have evolved as a researcher, and now you can guide the new generation of researchers.
Yeah, thank you so much. This is an interesting question, and I would like to emphasize on certain key points. Let me tell you, frankly speaking, when I joined 2005, uh, the research, the area of research at Deshbandhu College was not much great. Dr. Kamal started research. He established a research laboratory with a UGC project, and we started, guiding students in 2011-12 at the level of a national symposium, workshop, etc. So, to give a, uh flavor of what is a basically research, we induct student to participate in national level conferences, symposium. From there, they learn how to write an abstract, how to search an article. Earlier, they used to see that if you want to present a poster, so they thought that they have to draw something as a picture on a chart. That would be a poster presentation. So through these symposium conferences, student got an idea what is actually a research article, research paper at college level. Delhi University is a renowned university, and at department level, our professors, they have done commendable job in different area all over in Delhi University. So, so Delhi University is a brand name all over the, but at world level, but at college level, it was in dreams. Someone will start the research at college level, undergrad level. So through this symposium and national level conferences, we imbibed, we give an exposure to the student how to, see a problem and how to find out the solution. So we started symposium at environmental level. We had an eco club, and in through that we could organize 2, 3 symposium. Then in 2020, because in 2018 I followed the same passion of research initiated by Professor Kamal. we could organize a national level symposium in environment. And then in 2020, we could organize international conference at University of Delhi, which was supported by UGC, uh, then this CSIR, DBT, INSA. So our national granting agency could supported us, and we could push student in the direction of research. More than 50 students could participate in that international conference, and then we again organized our international conference that was based on natural products and human health in 2022, which was a grand success. More than 15 countries participated in this conference, and all over Delhi, NCR, and other state of the India and abroad. We gave a platform where UG student could participate. Other than masters, researchers, faculty, scientists, other academicians, we gave a platform to these students who are from Delhi NCR and other state of the India, and so many rural background area students also participated in this international conference. So that was a turning point in our institution where student got an exposure of the research. And one more thing in our college, that we have a project, DBT funded project, where undergrad student along with the teacher do mentoring. They do lots of undergrad level projects. So DBT has funded a very good hefty amount, and with that we could develop a very good research infrastructure at Deshbandhu College. It's an I4 center. Dr. Inderkant, my colleague, he is PI of this project, and around 5 different departments of the sciences: physics, chemistry, botany, zoology, biochemistry. So the teacher of these 5 departments, they took some small scale projects which can be done at undergrad level. So in that way, undergrad student from 5 different discipline, they are also doing research at Deshbandhu College. So if you have intention, if you have passion, then you can develop such type of infrastructure as well. So in that way, government is also supporting colleges, institutions to make the student research oriented.
Absolutely. And I think this is a very good initiative by Deshbandhu as well as the funding agencies, where they are promoting research for undergrad students, because this is a very important, very crucial lifetime of any student when they are doing undergrads. And if at this early stage they know that they are inclined towards research, it will help the field of research as well as the student, because now they are not beating around the bushes. They know where they want to go. They set their own trajectory. And with the help and guidance of mentors like you, given the opportunity to interact with international level or inter-country, when you organize these seminars, these workshops, conferences, they are so important for any researcher of any stage. Either it is master student, PhD student, postdocs, or even faculties, because that's where they start working together towards collaboration. It can be interdisciplinary, or sometimes now what we have seen, that now India is collaborating worldwide in so many different fields and making the mark that Indian researchers are no less than anyone else doing research in India, because what we have seen that when a person they gets their degree for PhD per se from India and then they just move out. And that is something which happens with almost every country. But if we give these opportunities, and the funding agencies are very generous these days, okay, now, talking about the funding agencies and the research exposure which you guys provide or you support your graduate students, let's talk about the possibility of doing PhD at Deshbandhu, because I'm sure you are mentoring the PhD students also. If we can talk about that so that all the researchers, all the audience and viewers who are watching this can probably contact you, the kind of work it's been done, and how much it takes to complete a PhD.
Uh, uh, Before discussing on this question, let me tell you one more thing that our third international conference,
Mhm.
as you said that people all over the world, they are looking towards India.
Mhm.
And interestingly, after the successful conduction of the second international conference at Deshbandhu College, uh, one institution in Brazil at Sao Paulo, uh, they have taken an initiative that they will host the third international conference on natural products and human health, which is going to be held in Brazil
Mhm.
from October 9 to 11. And I think fourth international conference will happen somewhere, some other country we are hoping so. So we are bridging, we are providing, we are interacting with the people, we are uh, expanding our platform for such students who want to pursue their research not in India and other countries also. So this is the information I want to share with you about our third international conference. Yeah, at Deshbandhu College, we have around 25, PhD supervisors in sciences. Uh, Dr. Kamal was the first one, Dr. Indrakant. I'm also a guiding student, PhD student, along with Dr. Kamal at Deshbandhu College at Department of Zoology. And here for research opportunities, we have huge research opportunities. Students want to pursue research in entomology, microbiology, plant science, natural product science, or molecular biology, biotechnology. We have also a research facility at chemistry department, two research scholar, two the supervisor. They are also guiding student for PhD and postdoc in Department of Chemistry. So other than sciences, people do also guiding in different humanity subjects at Deshbandhu College. So in that way, Deshbandhu College, in terms of research, is doing excellent. And the one who is interested, they can see the CVs of different this faculty on our website. They will get an idea in what aspect we are doing research, and people are welcome. They can do, yeah, for registration. Teachers have the different posts. We ask to Department of Zoology, University of Delhi, if interested student come for this research, we propose their name in Department of Zoology. They got registered, in Department of Zoology under the supervision of faculty in Deshbandhu College, and then they can pursue, they can do their research work at Deshbandhu College in different departments, as I discussed earlier.
Nice. So now we are edging towards the conversation. We spoke about research, opportunities, possibilities. Let's take a short break from research. That the role of family and friends of you being a researcher, if you can summarize.
Yeah, I always believe that family first.
Mhm.
And family has a big role to play in one's life. If you have very understanding in your family, and then you are blessed.
Mhm.
Family always, I would give first preference. At the end of day, whatever you do in your life, that is basically for yourself as well as for your family person. So family support is essential, necessary. One should love, care, protect, and give best of their life to their family.
Very well, sir. Yeah. So now, concluding remarks on the word of wisdom, what we call as researcher celebrity, for upcoming researchers, what are the suggestions or recommendation you want to tell them?
Yeah, this is absolutely the one question I was waiting for it. Seriously. See, Dr. Raja, I have seen the kind of research we are doing. If you take an example, why we do research? The basic concept, the basic fact behind every research is to give comfort to the human society. We invented so many things, and ultimately these inventions are meant for the human comfort. During this, we have developed a lot. People who are living in developed countries, they have challenges. People who are living underdeveloped country, they are also having challenges. People who are living in urban, rural areas, they are also having a challenges. But some challenges are common, and these common challenges are, suffering the human society. The what kind of research a researcher should do, that should be for sustainable development. Whatever we are doing, if it is hampering, if it is creating problem to our ecosystem, to our upcoming generations, then this is not a research. In the name of research, we have, you know, uh, given so many challenges to our human society, which will take hundreds of years to resolve those challenges and issues. Plastic is a big challenge, pollution is a big challenge. Antimicrobial resistance, that's a big challenge. We have ample amount of antibiotics, they are useless. We have, now, we have reached the solar system, but again, we have spread all over, in space, huge junk, which is creating problem. Water is not pure, air is not pure. So a researcher should think the ultimate outcome of his or her research should focus on the mankind, should focus on our ecosystem, should focus on our upcoming generations. Absolutely. Merely publishing a research paper in well-reputed journals doesn't, is a successful story of a researcher. If a researcher solve a problem, given an idea, given a product, which is sustainable for upcoming generations, for everyone, which should not hamper the other's life. So until unless we don't focus upon these key issues, research, I think, in my opinion, it's my opinion, personal opinion, then that is not a true research.
Absolutely.
After doing a lot of work, research work, till my life, I could see we are developing and developing, and we are creating more and more problem. We have polluted water. Now we have developed AquaGuard, water purifiers. We got a water purifiers. We take out all the minerals. Then we suggested people to use certain pills, certain mineral pills. All over the world, more than 95% diseases, metabolic diseases, who have created? Our lifestyle, our ऐशो आराम के जिंदगी, our adulterated food, our faulty environment, polluted environment. So what is this? Are we doing seriously research, or are we creating a lot of ruckus in the environment or system or health? So by keeping all these challenges, one should think the actual problem, try to find out the solution. Somebody asked me who can be a good researcher. I said one who can raise question and try to find answer of that question.
Absolutely. I think
so the problem are huge.
Absolutely.
Their solution should be sustainable.
I think this was the most thought-provoking conversation, especially the concluding remarks we had at Researcher Celebrity till now. And now, keeping the time, I would like to say to all the audience that please feel free to write to Dr. Sunil if you have question directly to him. If you want Empowering Science Foundation to keep you in touch with our researcher celebrities, you can write it to us. And one thing which comes out of this conversation, which I believe everyone should take to home messages, like if you have a question, if you are improving human health for sustainable life and for future generations, you are a true researcher. Keep doing that. Never give up. With this note, I will say thank you very much, Professor Sunil, to take time out and share the journey with the future researchers.
Thank you so much, Dr. Raja. It was nice interacting with you. And I would love to give my opinion, my guidance, my support, my help, my mentoring to all viewers, all those budding researchers who want to do research in their career so I'm there to support you in all the ways. And thank you so much. I feel great at this platform that I could interact with you. You have a very good cause. You are doing excellent work for the society. I would salute to you for this type of work you are doing. Thank you so much. And I am there to support you in all the ways. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you at the platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you.